Can you hear me? Okay, so I'm gonna take it as yes that you can hear me. So let's start it all over again, okay? All right. So welcome back. My name is Sonal, and today we need a serious reality check. So you spent your years studying, 4 years minimum, and you fight for 8 CGPA. You have the degree, but when an interviewer asks you, tell me something about yourself, you go blank. You don't know how to answer to this question, and your thought feels dry. You have the knowledge, you have the degree in your hand, but you have no communication skill, and I would like to call it a degree trap. Yes, I call it a degree trap because this is how we all have grown up, okay? So our mothers always told us to concentrate on studies and not to watch films, not to read novels, just study, concentrate on studies right now, just concentrate on your degree and everything would fall in place. That's not actually true. Our whole society makes sure that we keep on falling in this degree trap, okay? But that degree trap is not uh, a sure short way to get a job, because whenever you go for a job, they do not care for your degree, to be honest. And the corporate world does not hire just degrees. They hire presence. They hire someone with who can talk. So if you are ready to break out this trap and build corporate authority, I really would like you to hit that like button. And at the same time, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and do that and press the bell icon, because that way you will always know whenever we have a session like this, whenever we'll have any new video. And trust me, we make very good videos. So please go ahead and do that and type degree in your comments if you rely completely on your degree, and the right ready if you are someone who has gone through a lot of interviews and who has understood that these degrees are good, very good, but at the same time there's few other skills also that you need to acquire to get a good job. So yes, do that, and this will help us um, in two ways. One, I would get to know that what you think about it, and at the same time, YouTube would know that we mean business here. So let's just do that, guys. Type in ready or type in degree, whatever your mind, thought process is. So getting back to the point, um, a degree nowadays is just a commodity. So millions of graduates enter the market every year with the same kind of 8 CGPA as you do, right? And when a recruiter sees 1,000 identical resumes, they don't really know who to choose, and they don't really care, because then the question arises that who among all these degree holders can hold a conversation in a better way, who can actually go ahead and talk to a client. So ultimately that is something that gets you the job along with a degree. So, yes, if you are one of someone, one of the people who have been going through this problem and you're thinking everything is at place, I have got this, nice degree, everything is good with me, I have got nice CGP and everything, why am I not getting a job? Yes, welcome to the world where nothing is perfect despite everything being so good. So yes, this is the world that we all have been into. We all have gone through this problem where we don't know what the problem is. So I'm going to tell you the problem today. The problem is you are very good when it comes to to your degrees, but when it comes to communication, you are not there as yet. And there is no problem. None of us were there in the beginning. We all learned our way up. So let's start. Let's talk about it more, more about it. And Yags has said degrees were always a commodity. Yeah, that exactly, Yags. That's what I also feel. Mm-hmm. It's a piece of paper inside a folder, yes, because at the end of the day, you have to impress your recruiter with your communication skills. You have to tell them that why you are a good fit for the team. And for that, degrees, unfortunately, would not do the job 100%. You need to have communication skills along with it to go ahead and get the job. So, again, like I said, any recruiter would like to hire someone who can explain a project with clarity, and they choose the candidate who tells a compelling story about how they applied their skill. So if your English is hesitant or full of errors, or if you're invisible, no matter how smart you are, the world sees you as a low value hire because you can't represent the company to a client. So you are invisible when you should be essential. So the question is, how do you become unavoidable? For this, you have to master your English communication skills. So English is not just about passing a test anymore. It is all about authority. So think about it. Who gets the top salary? The professionals who can talk about complex situations without any problem, right? Or who can come up with solutions and can explain those solutions to the managers, because ultimately they would like to know how you're going to handle the problems. So yes, English does help you in all these things. And when you master structure speaking, you stop being just an engineer or an analyst. You become a high value consultant. So you are not begging for a job ahead on a GPA. You are dictating your terms based on your communication power. Are we on the same page? Do you agree with me? If yes, please type in yes in the comments. And before we jump into our live lab, let's do that. And if you're ready to stop being invisible, you take 1 second and please subscribe to our channel. It will help us and it will help you too, because we teach the real world strategies that coaching centers want, because they just care about money and not your well-being. So yes, we'll take care of that. And getting back to the same topic, you need to master 3 levels of workplace English. The first one is the problem solution framework, which means never just answer yes or no. That's a very bad idea. Instead, state the professional problem uh, you faced and then immediately follow the problem with a solution that you use to get rid of that problem. And the second skill that you need to have is narrative storytelling. So stop listing skills like a machine. I can do this, I can do that. Tell a story about how you applied your knowledge to something and what you got out of it. And number three, articulate authority. Present technical ideas to non technical people in simple but good language. So, now that we have discussed all this and we are sure that we are on the same page, let's start practicing. Siddharth, what do you think? Yags, do you think you guys are ready for a practice round? If yes, let me know. And I'm sure that you have subscribed to our channel by now if you are still here. Please press that bell icon and like this live also, so that YouTube would know what we're trying to do over here. So yes, let's start. Let's practice. So, if an interviewer asks you, tell me about a time you handled a difficult situation or deadline, you can't just say that we were late and overworked. Instead, say that during our project, the module was behind schedule. So, assure to meet the deadline, I implemented a structured communication check-in every 12 hours. See? And this allowed us to quickly articulate problem and resources, enabling us to deliver the final product on time. So, if you notice, this is the kind of communication that you need to have. This is the kind of answers that you need to give to your manager to be visible, to grow in your job. So I have given you an example. Now it's your turn. Tell me, and I'll give you a scenario also. So if your client asks you a question you don't know the answer of, like you don't know how to answer this question, you have no idea what he is talking about, how would you respond to it without sounding clueless? And I would suggest you to type in one sentence response in the chat right now, and we'll have a look at it. We'll see how to go about it. I'm still waiting. Please go ahead and type in. Siddharth? Yes. Hmm. Okay. So, as none of you have asked any questions, remember your degree gets you hired, but your communication skill keeps you from getting fired. And do not wait for a rejection. That's a very bad idea. To start working on your speech, start building your authority today. Start speaking today. And I'm going to give you some homework as well. And your homework for today is to force yourself to speak up at least once in your next discussion using a structured, clear sentence. And if you found this live useful, I would suggest you to send it to your friends, family members, your colleagues, anyone who you think is struggling with communication, struggling with finding a job. Please share this link with them so that they also can understand the problem that they need to work on. And again, subscribe to our channel, and I will see you next time at the same time, and stay confident and irreplaceable. Good night.